Good morning, good morning. Welcome back to another episode of field sampling with my students, and today another three are going out toward the Nemo area, which is kind of west and a little bit north of Rapid City out along South Canyon Road. A lot of different mines out there. There's iron mines at Nemo. We've been there before in a previous video. There's gold mines, and there was quite a lot of exploration activity and things in that area. So I don't know what they have scheduled. I've seen their map. They've got 10 or 12 different locations slotted for visiting. So we're going to go out and do some sampling today. Again, it's another great day, perfectly clear sky. It's supposed to be in the 50s today. We'll see if it gets that high. And as long as it doesn't get soupy and muddy to inhibit our access. So sit back, relax, come see the Black Hills. It's going to be a little bit snowy, I think, out where we're going this time. Yesterday down to the south it wasn't as bad, so we'll just have to see what it is. So sit back and relax. Thanks for coming. Okay, here we are at our first sampling site. We actually went up to Pactola Reservoir first, then we're going to be heading over toward Nemo later. So we're starting kind of on the western side of this area that we're going to be sampling in. And we're right down below Pactola Dam. And this is an old mine. Do you know what year this was? Any information on that?
1905.
1905. It's called the Poison Ox, and it was gold and uranium, you said, and some other metals.
Copper.
Copper too. So never heard of it. It's sitting right off the creek from Pactola. So we're going to get a soil sample and rock sample. There's Pactola Dam right there, and then the creek is flowing right here. And today we have three ladies with us. Yesterday we had three guys. So we're trying to keep things equitable. Uh-oh, here's an airplane. Oh, truck. So let me get turned around here on this slope, and I'll try to point you down the... So here's an old adit into this mine. So this is... Just on the appearances, it looks like the kind of the normal schisty, phyllitic, metamorphic sequence in here, but you can see a lot of yellow coloration on that. Don't know if that's mineralization or just an oxidation. But this mine went down in here. There's a dirt pile sitting in front of it right now, but you can still get access in there. So when you get down to where you want to get your sample, then you can either use that scoop to scoop it out, or you grab it with a glove. You probably just get by with one glove too when they go further.
What's
Okay, so we're down about 100 yards from that first site, from the Poison Ox. Was that what it was?
Yep.
The Poison Ox location, and this is a couple of drainages come together right here. This one coming from kind of the more of the east, and this one coming from more of the north. And of course it flows into Rapid Creek, only about 30 feet behind us here. And we're getting a soil sample kind of right where these two drainages come together. And again, same method as yesterday. The previous trip down to the southern Black Hills, where we're looking at potential contamination from leaching of various metals out of these various mine sites. And so you would compare those to what we call pristine sites, where we know there's no mining activity or disturbances in the upstream watersheds, and then we have a baseline to compare against. So that's what we're doing here. This is going to be a pristine sample in theory. We'll see what it shows. Okay, so we are in the Jenny Gulch area, and so we come in through, if you're familiar with the area, through Silver City Road. We haven't gone to Silver City yet, but I think they got a mine site down there. So we're probably a half mile from Pactola, and this is an area where there's supposed to be a mine at it, which is essentially just a tunnel or a drift cut back into the hillside, and it's called the Jenny Gulch mine, and it was a gold, copper, and I think they said silver, gold, copper, silver. So that's all I know about it. If I find more information about these mines as I post these videos, I'll include it as a text box on the screen, so you can get some more information on that. So this is a pretty nice area here. This valley in here is really dry right now. There's hardly any snow around, but the adit's supposed to be on this slope over here. And so they're down there walking in the creek. Here's some rocks outcropping right up here that's on this hillside. If there was a favorable location, this looks to be it up here. Usually they wouldn't put an adit or a drift up high. It's usually down low where it's accessible. Huge scour bank in this creek channel right here. In the late 80s, the Forest Service made a pretty concentrated effort of finding all these old mine locations that were on Forest Service land and covering shafts, closing off adits, all those types of things. So it wouldn't be surprising if we're not able to find the actual adit. I'm pretty sure we're not going to get entry to it, but we'll keep hunting. I'll come back on if we find it. Okay, I think I found it. I think they're taking a sample up the creek a little bit, but I saw this really flat surface here when we drove in that looked too flat to be natural, and so if there was a portal here and they hauled material out of here, so I thought right up here, but maybe not after all. We'll see. Tree right in front of the way. It looks like something back here. Yep, this is it. It's covered up. Yep, that's it right there. I found it! Yep! Okay, so this is in the phyllites. The hills froze, and I wore my worst boots today for slippery. Yeah, just a phyllite, looks like. Typically broken up. So, and I can see a hole going down right down there, so they backfilled this. Okay, so we'll get a sample. Here's a piece of pegmatite though that seems out of place. Yeah, I didn't bring my rock hammer. Bummer.
How deep do these tunnels normally go?
I have no idea. They could go back 10 feet or go back several hundred feet. So I don't know. Well, here's a piece of pegmatitic granite that was laying right outside the portal here that's completely inconsistent with the other rock that is in there, but there must have been some indication of this for them to put a portal in this schist here. So this must have been what they were going for. And if it was a mine, They must have found some gold or something in it. Yeah, here's kind of a waste dump over here. There's a lot of this quartz in here. So there definitely was a quartz vein going through here. You know, I would, if you get one, get a rock sample from right there in the portal. Because again, it's got this vein quartz in it, so if they had found any mineralization, that's where it would have been. So that sample that I saw, that looked at, that I said was granite pegmatite, ended up not being granite pegmatite. It was just vein quartz, and it was cut in through the schist and had schist inclusions in it and a lot of oxide weathering. So yeah, I think there was just a vein, quartz vein there that the early prospectors found, and they must have got some signatures of gold coming out of it, and that's where they dug that at it. So our analysis will say what's in there. I'll let you know later.
Electricity bill doubled. My neighbors fucked with the meters.
Okay, we're on the other side of the hill, and there's a pit or an adit right up there, and then back up in the trees, kind of hard to see, right up in here is another one. So probably part of this Diana group. This sediment would wash down, come down the valley here, and they're sampling down here. So that's kind of the idea of this whole reconnaissance level survey. Okay, we are on Jenny Gulch Road right now, and at a site, it's called the Home Lode, and it was a shaft mine, 1918. Antimony is one of the minerals that it says that they had here. So of course the shaft is gone and filled, but we're on a flat areas and things here. There's a concrete structure over there where the gals are by. So the shaft probably was somewhere in here. Maybe processing in here. There's flat areas right in here. Here's a chunk of homegrown 1918 concrete. Looks like conglomerate, but it looks like concrete is in here, so it looks like they took a bunch of local rock, crushed it up, and put some Portland in with it. Interesting. Don't see any piles, like any slag piles from where they excavated the shaft. So I don't know, maybe they put that back in the shaft. Like I say, most of these areas have been kind of reclaimed. Shafts have been filled in. Oh, here's a flat area up here. Let's go check this. Another little access road was up here. Okay, just a little flat area goes out there quite a ways. So whether this was I don't know, for all I know, I could be standing on tailings. Ah, shaft. I found the shaft. I found the shaft! So, typical old stove or washer and dryer. There's a concrete block down there, probably was a support at some point. So timbers in the hole. Yeah, there's some rock on the side over here. They might be able to grab a sample out of that. Here's bedrock back up here too. Let's take a look and see what it looks like. Yeah, again, just our really thin, phyllitic, schisty material, highly weathered. A lot of moss on there too, it's wet. Yeah, so filled in, not much to see, except here's rock right here. This is all I can see.
So take a rock sample?
So it'd probably be worth getting a rock sample. I think you could probably walk down toward that old a stove or whatever down there and grab a, or lean over the side or something.
I'll take a baggie.
There's an old, bet you guys never seen one of these before.
I have. I like metal detecting. So just a...
It's a pull tab off the pop top instead of a...
Stop making those like that, I can't remember.
Why they stopped?
No, I can't, what year?
Oh, yeah, 80s maybe. Yep, too rusted to be of any good. Look, there's tin cans and stuff up here though. Sometimes you find this stuff and it's in good shape. Not here. Bunch of... I'll have to come up here in the summer.
Really rough.
Run around and see if we can find a bucket or something that's good. Yeah, and here's where they dump the tailings out here to the this way. That's what this flat surface is here. Yep, yeah, this is the tailing slope. Yep. Okay, so this is Jenny Gulch Road, and heading this way, which is pretty much north. I'm not sure how far, 3-4 miles, it runs into Rochford Road. And so that's where we are. We're about, well, we're 2, 3, 4 miles west of Pactola right now. Yeah, didn't know this was here. Home load, is that what they said the name of this thing was? Again, I'll post information that I can find.
What did you say? I wonder if there's any difference in like the mine type and the contamination, you know, like between, or if it's really just down a mineral.
Yeah, so some concrete structure here for what, not sure. It's possible they had a shed of some kind here, or you know, a little office building or something like that. The shaft was right up here, and then all the tailings are dumped going out that way. So I'll have to do a little bit of research on this and see what I can find. Yeah, the snow is about a foot deep in here, in between all these bushes. Now there's a rest bench.
Which one looks easier to get to the stuff afterwards? Like,
There we go, man, look at all the ice crystals in there. A repeat of yesterday. Okay, so this ends part 1 of this sampling day. We went a lot of places, we're going a lot of places, and we still have a big part of the day left, and so instead of stringing this together in a long video, I'm going to break this up into 2. So as always, thanks for watching. Give this a like, a thumbs up, share with your friends. Stay tuned for part 2. See ya.